world moves fast. Your workday? Even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey there, Ross Kenyon here. I'm a carbon removal person who also loves literature. And today I want to read to you one of my favorite poems. I've loved it for such a long time. There are various lines in here that I think are among the most beautiful configurations of words in the English language. And they're all just little phrases too. I'm pretty sure I first heard it as part of a eulogy in 6 Feet Under in high school. I think is where I first heard it. And after that, I had to go crack open Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. I'll have a few comments here at the end that might help you appreciate it, but it also speaks for itself. This is a small part of Song of Myself from Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. A child said, "What is the grass?" fetching it to me with full hands. How could I answer the child? I do not know what it is any more than he. I guess it must be the flag of my disposition, out of hopeful green stuff woven. Or I guess it is the handkerchief of the Lord, a scented gift and remembrancer, designedly dropped, bearing the owner's name some way in the corners, that we may see and remark, and say, whose? Or I guess the grass is itself a child, the produced babe of the vegetation. Or I guess it is a uniform hieroglyphic, and it means sprouting alike in broad zones and narrow zones, growing among black folks as among white. Canuck, Tuckahoe, Congressman Cuff, I give them the same, I receive them the same. And now it seems to me the beautiful uncut hair of graves. Tenderly will I use you curling grass. It may be you transpire from the breasts of young men. It may be you are from old people, or from offspring taken. It may be if I had known them, I would have loved them, soon out of their mother's laps. And here you are, the mother's laps. The grass is very dark to be from the white heads of old mothers, darker than the colorless beards of old men, dark to come from under the faint red roofs of mouths. Oh, I perceive after all so many uttering tongues, and I perceive they do not come from the roofs of mouths for nothing. I wish I could translate the hints about the dead young men and women, and the hints about old men and mothers, and the offspring taken soon out of their laps. What do you think has become of the young and old men? And what do you think has become of the women and children? They are alive and well somewhere. The smallest sprout shows there is really no death, and if ever there was, it led forward life, and does not wait at the end to arrest it, and cease the moment life appeared. All goes onward and outward, nothing collapses, and to die is different from what anyone supposed, and luckier. I love this poem. I think it's so beautiful. One thing I like about this poem is that it teaches me that I don't need to love every part of a poem equally to be moved by it. I think the conclusion of it does more telling than showing, if you know what I mean. The rule is often to show, not tell. And I think by the time it gets to they are alive and well somewhere, the smallest sprout shows there is really no death. All the way to the conclusion, I think it's pointing directly to what it's talking about. But I love that Walt Whitman puts this in the language of hints. Like he's noticing several things that looking at grass is making him think about, and they all are plausible. And he's flipping through the possibilities in a kaleidoscopic fashion that I think is wonderful. Like, I love this. Like, okay, what is it? Is it a playful handkerchief that the Lord God dropped as a sort of clue that, it's like a handkerchief. You pick up and see the monogram and you're like, whose is this? Who left this here? Is it a sort of clue to divine reality and the idea of an overseer, of a God, of a higher being? Or does it have a political message? The fact that the grass grows in all of these places among all different races of people, it also is meant to say that nature's bounty is for everyone. Or does it have a meaning about circularity and death? I love the phrase, and now it seems to me the beautiful uncut hair of graves. The phrase, the beautiful uncut hair of graves, I think is up there for best phrases in the English language. Like, it gives me chills to say that out loud. And from there, he carries on to what it's like when we bury those people, when we think about their bodies going underground and feeding the various microbiota and insects, and ultimately the grass that lingers and grows on top of the graves. And this is true independent of race or gender or age. The grass comes in the same way, whether it's the child who was taken soon out of their mother's laps, or whether the grass is green because of the mother's laps. Oh, and then this stanza, it just makes me want to weep. It's so beautiful. This grass is very dark to be from the white heads of old mothers, darker than the colorless beards of old men, dark to come from under the faint red roofs of mouths. And I love this focus here on a surprising transformation, like this transmutation here. How is it possible for something that is coming from colorless or white hair, how that becomes grass, how that becomes something that is so vibrant and green? And then to move on to how he wishes he could translate the hints about the dead young men and women. I think that's what makes this such an effective piece of poetry. I like that he is so comfortable with so many ideas about what it means to die, about what is the meaning of the earth's bounty being distributed so widely among people that live in an unequal world. I think there are some really powerful, beautiful lessons here about the universality of death. And the process of dying is one of those things that is truly egalitarian. Very, very wealthy people can find ways to extend their lives, or maybe one lives in a blue zone or takes especially good care of oneself and therefore can live longer than average. But it's one of those things that we're all equal to one another at that moment, which is why I love things like, one of the reasons why Freemasonry was so feared by so many was that it provided a place where the status outside of the lodge was put aside, and inside the lodge what matters is one's degrees, like how committed a Mason and developed a Mason one is. And this is true, I imagine, of many fraternal organizations, and that ultimately there's equality in death between all people. And to remember that, remember thou art mortal. And how does it make you think about one another when you recognize that your life will come to an end? Does that make you more desperately reaching for wealth and desire, or does that make you more forgiving of yourself and others as a result? Thanks for letting me read you some poetry. I think we should do more of that. If you listen to this show regularly, I imagine it's because whatever weird song and dance I'm doing, you have taken a shine to. And if I like a piece of poetry and connect with it, I suspect you probably would too, if you're out there listening. And so I'm happy to share these little bonus episodes with you, just as a way of sharing something beautiful with you to break up so much serious discussion. Sometimes you just need a beautiful 7-word phrase to really speak to you. And that can be as good as 1,000 words or 100,000 words. Thanks for being here with me. I'm so grateful to have your ears. Thanks for tuning in. Wishing you the very best, and have a lovely poetic day.